নিতাই মোর জাতি, নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি, নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। নিতাই বিহনে মোর আর নাহি গতি, নিতাই বিহনে মোর আর নাহি গতি, নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি। সংসার সুখের মুখে তুলে দিয়াছ, সংসার সুখের মুখে তুলে দিয়াছ, নগরে মাগিয়া খাব গাহিয়া নিতাই, নগরে মাগিয়া খাব গাহিয়া নিতাই, নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি, নিতাই মোর যে দেশে নিতাই নাই সে দেশে না যাব, যে দেশে নিতাই নাই সে দেশে না যাব, নিতাই বিমুখ জনার মুখ না হেরিব, নিতাই বিমুখ জনার মুখ না হেরিব, নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি, নিতাই মোর গঙ্গা যার পদ জল হরশির ধরে, গঙ্গা যার পদ জল হরশির ধরে, হেন নিতাই না ভজিয়া দুঃখ পান মোরে, হেন নিতাই না ভজিয়া দুঃখ পান মোরে, নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি, লোচন বলে মোর নিতাই যেবা নাহি মানে, লোচন বলে মোর নিতাই যেবা নাহি, অনল ভেজাই তার মাঝ মুখ খানে, অনল ভেজাই তার মাঝ মুখ খানে, নিতাই মোর জীবন ধন, নিতাই মোর জাতি, নিতাই বিহনে মোর আর নাহি গতি, নিতাই বিহনে মোর আর নাহি গতি, নিতাই হনে মোর আর নাহি গতি. A special Mangalacharan today because Lord Nityananda's appearance day, so we'll try to glorify him through the Mangalacharan also. Vande Guru Padadandam Bhaktavinda Samannitam Sri Chaitanyam Prabham Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Sri Nandanandana Vande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopijana Samayuktam Vindavanam Manohare Sankarshana Karnatashai Garbhadashai Chapayobdashai Se Shangsya Jasangsya Kalatang Nityananda Ramang Sharanang Mamastu Mayati Te Vapi Vaikuntha Loke Purnaishwarya Sri Chaturbhuha Madhye Rupang Yasyad Bhati Sankarshanakhang Tang Shri Nityananda Ramang Prapadye Maya Bharta Janda Shanghasrayanga Shete Sakshat Shri Karnambodhi Madhye Yassai Kangsho Shri Pumanadi Devang Tang Shri Nityananda Ramang Prapadye Jas Shangshangsho Shri Garbhadashaye Janya Bhabjam Loko Sanghatanalam Loko Srishtu Sutika Dhama Dhatus Tang Shri Nityananda Ramang Prapadye Jas Shangshangshangsho Paratma Khilanam Posta Vishnur Bhati Dugdhabdhishaye Shoni Vartayat Kalasapyanantas Tang Shri Nityananda Ramang Prapadye Nityananda Padadandam Resham Ritkarnikalaye Tesham Dasha Dashasmi Sadaiva Prasidatihu Nityananda Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayine Kalu Kalmashanashaya Jannava Pataye Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kipa Sindhubhaya Vacha Patitanang Pavanebhya Vaishnavebhya Namo Namo Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I want to pay special obeisances to all my Shiksha Gurus, my Diksha Guru and Srila Prabhupada who are helping me to actually continue my devotional journey and also helping me to take some services. So I'm really grateful for their allowing me to do these services. Hare Krishna. So I think most of you are familiar, especially the audience here, that Lord Nityananda's position as the eternal spiritual master. So when somebody takes devotional service, first they come in touch with some devotees, any devotees, because without any devotees, you cannot, maybe some very rare soul, like they get mercy, in a library they get a book of Srila Prabhupada, but they have to still look for devotees for association. So first is devotee association, then devotee, they introduce you to the gurus who can give you the enlightenment, who can actually initiate you in the process of devotional service and give you the Divya Gyan, the transcendental knowledge. Even the devotees also give, but that may not be complete always. But Guru, he has the complete understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and their relationship. So that's why he can impart that knowledge in total. So once that process is done, the Guru actually transcends the devotee to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, because he is the Guru of all the Gurus. He is the Adi Guru. And then Lord Nityananda, he introduced them to the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of Lord Chaitanya, because Lord Chaitanya is owned by Lord Nityananda solely. There are other devotees, but Lord Nityananda is someone who doesn't listen to Lord Chaitanya at all, but Lord Chaitanya is completely controlled by him. And then Lord Chaitanya, he allows you to actually enter into the pastimes of Radha Krishna, especially the mood of worship of Radha Krishna in Gauriya Vaishnavism. Because there are other sampradayas, they also worship Radha Krishna. Some worship Radha Krishna as Lakshmi Narayan, some as married couple. But in Gauriya Vaishnavism, there is a very distinct way of worshipping Shri Radha and Krishna. So this is the in general process. Now, if you read, actually, we want to read something from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, 5th chapter, where Lord Nityananda's glories are spoken. But we don't go into the detail of that pastimes. We will go into the detail of some other pastimes from Chaitanya Bhagavat. So there, there is in the whole Adi Leela is about Sambandha Gyan. The introduction of relationship with the Supreme Lord and his associates. Whole Adi Leela is that there is some, initial Navadip pastimes is there, but in very summary form, because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami did not want to touch the details which are already narrated by Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. So in the 5th chapter, he glorifies Lord Nityananda, and all the 5 verses we spoke as Mangala Acharan from Chaitanya Charitamrita today, those are explained in that chapter. And after explaining those chapters, he is giving a practical example of Lord Nityananda's mercy. That, one of Lord Nityananda's eternal associates among the 12 Gopals, 12 cowherd boys who again advented as eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda in Gaur Lila. One of them is Miniketan Ramdas. Sometimes he is also called as Ramdas. So he came in the place of Lord Nityananda, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who used to live in Naihati. There is a village called Jhamatpura. There he used to live. And they were making a big festival. And a lot of Vaishnavas were present there. And the priest who were presiding over that program, his name was Gunarana Vishra. So he had complete faith in Lord Chaitanya. But he had not much faith in Lord Nityananda. And Nityananda Prabhu's associates, they become very angry if somebody doesn't give enough respect to Lord Nityananda. Now he was chanting and dancing there in that assembly, and he found that nobody is actually giving him the due respect. Now you can ask that why a Paramahansa eternal associates is looking for respect. It's not him he is looking for respect for. He is looking for respect for his worshipable Lord, because he is containing Lord Nityananda in his heart all the time. So he felt that, these people are like, second Ramaharshana Sutta. They are not giving due respect to Balaram. They feel like, we are connected to Lord Krishna. Just like, this Divi the monkey was also like that. He did not have enough respect for Lakshmana, but he was a servant of Lord Ramchandra. Anyway, so he felt it. And he left that assembly by breaking his flute, which he was playing. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami could understand that, this became a catastrophe to my family. This inauspicious sign. So he immediately went to his brother and said, what you are doing? You have offended such an exalted Vaishnava. Why you are actually conducting this kind of festival if you are not able to honor, respect the devotees of the eternal associates of the Lord? And because he protested his brother's behavior and Gunarana Vishnu's behavior, Lord Nityananda came in his dream in a different form. Usually he's a white form, but that time he came in a form of a blackish, hue, and he was actually chewing betel nut, beautiful form, decorated with different ornaments, blue dhoti, and he was, worshipped by his eternal associates with chamar and other paraphernalia. And he was he was mad, intoxicated in the love of Godhead. His bodily gesture was like that. And the beautiful picture you see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it perfectly narrates. Actually, it will connect you to the pastimes immediately. That's the devotion or empowerment of eternal associates of Lord Nityananda. When they empower someone, they also can immediately do something which is not possible ordinarily. Anyway, so he got the blessings. Oh, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, you go to Sri Vrindavan Dham. You will get all of your desires will be perfected there. Don't stay any more time. And the next day, without thinking that whether it may be illusion, it may be something I saw in the dream, and I am old. He was old. I have so many family responsibilities. He did not think anything. Immediately he started for Sri Vrindavan Dham, and he got all perfection there, and he narrates later on. But the interesting part which I want to touch, Mataji, can you please put up the verses there, even though I think some of the verses I can speak, but I think devotees can connect. Yes. So I would like to actually go into the advanced mode so that we can see the verses in series. Yes, excellent, Mataji. So you are already in environments. জয় জয় নিত্যানন্দ চরণারবিন্দ যাহা হইতে পাইনু শ্রী রাধা গোবিন্দ. All glory to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, by whose mercy I have attained Sri Radha Govinda. Okay, next verse, Mataji. জাগায় মাদায় হইতে মুইসে পাপিষ্ঠ, পুরুষের কেট হইতে মুইসে লঘিষ্ঠ. I am more sinful than Jagai and Madhai, and even lower than the worms in the stew. মোর নাম শুনে যেই তার পুণ্য ক্ষয়, মোর নাম লয় যেই তার পাপ হয়. Anyone who hears my name loses the results of his pious activities. Anyone who utters my name becomes sinful. এমনও নির্ঘৃণ মোরে কেপা কিপা করে, এক নিত্যানন্দ বিনু জগত ভিতরে. Who in this world but Nityananda could show his mercy to such an abominable person as me? প্রেমে মত্ত নিত্যানন্দ কৃপা অবতার, উত্তম অধম কিছু না করে বিচার. Because he is intoxicated by ecstatic love and is an incarnation of mercy, he doesn't distinguish between the good and the bad. Okay, so we'll stop here. So this is Srila Prabhupada's mercy that he translated such an exalted literature and gave purport so that we can understand to some extent the glories of Lord Chaitanya and his associates. So here it's a very important point which is being narrated by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. Actually, without mercy of Lord Nityananda, nobody can enter pure devotional service. That's an interesting point. In fact, if you go to Ekachakra Dham, where Lord Nityananda is eternally manifesting his pastimes, appeared there also. If you say like Gaur Nitai, they will be offended. They say, how can you speak Gaur's name before Nitai? He cannot come before. It's always Lord Nityananda. He is the avenue by which you can reach to Lord Gaur Chandra. So here, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, that is also a nature of pure devotee, that he thinks himself very low, and it's not something he is pretending. If we think like, oh, I am very humble, like I was asking for blessings, maybe it's not asking for blessings as my humble attitude, rather than a ritual that, oh, I have to do it because otherwise how the senior Vaishnavas will think. But when a genuine Vaishnava, senior Vaishnava do that, they really feel it. They feel like, oh, this personality is so magnanimous. How am I eligible to actually serve him? What qualification I have? I don't see any qualification. I don't see any way I am eligible to be his servant. But still he is allowing me. And then they feel lower than lowest. And then you actually get that ecstatic feeling. If you feel like I am very puffed up, then the servant cannot be puffed up. He should be always low. The lower you are, the better servant you are. And if you are the lowest, and he is giving the example how low he is telling, I am more sinful than Jagayan Madai, who are like famous Brahmanas and Shastragya, knowledgeable in the scripture, and they could find what is the worst kind of sinful action. We'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. They are actually listing how low we can go in terms of sinful activities. And Purishar kid, like this worm of stool. I don't know, in maybe here people don't see it, but at least in India or subcontinent we see sometimes. So they are the lowest, they are abominable. Yeah, the wisdom is like you just want to discard it. Nobody wants to keep them, in proximity. The people, the entity who is living in there, how discardable that entity is. He is telling, I am actually lower than that. And Gaudiya Acharyas are explaining, this is actually genuine feelings of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Because in human body, you have an opportunity to go to the highest realm. Is it true or not? True? In this body we can actually do it. That is the best thing. But a worm can do it? No. No animal can do it. They don't have that kind of, their consciousness is covered, achadita. Our consciousness can be purna vikashita, fully blossomed. So they cannot do that. Secondly, in the activities in an animal body or an insect body you are doing, that's just reaction of your previous actions. You are not accumulating any karma. But in human body, whenever you do something, there is a reaction. Positive or negative, mostly positive and negative. How many times we do akarma? Akarma means devotional service. Most of the times we do karma or vikarma sometimes also. So there is an action and reaction of it. So he's telling, I got this human body, but I am not serving you. I am doing this karma kanda and I am going down and down, down. But this worm of this stool, it doesn't have any opportunity to go lower than that. He will only go high from there because he already burned up his karma there in that body. So I am wretched than him. So this kind of feelings when in this kind of feelings, somebody is approaching Lord Nityananda, he will definitely get his blessings. But interesting, as I mentioned in the beginning, even brother of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami or a Brahman like Gunarana Mishra, they could not understand Lord Nityananda's glories. Who are we? So there are different gradation among the devotees also in their ecstatic symptoms. Yeah, Lord also acts as a devotee, like in Lord Chaitanya's Leela is actually an Acharya Leela. Lord Nityananda's Leela is also Acharya Leela. But among the gradation, the topmost is the Paramahansa, right? Paramahansa, who can discriminate between good and bad. Even in the bad, they find something good and they will extract it. But among the Paramahansa, there is the topmost level is called Avadhuta Paramahansa. Ava means niche, means the down, and Dhut means cleanness. So Lord Nityananda is that personality who cleanses most down personalities. Avadhuta. By looking at him, somebody gets purified. Their consciences get purified. So when somebody looks at him and not able to appreciate and offend him, they go in the opposite direction. And that happened many times. Not only case of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami or Gunarana Vishnu, even Lord Chaitanya's very close associates in Navadvip, they also offended or they couldn't understand sometimes Lord Nityananda. So Lord Nityananda would consider, Sivash Pandit Prabhu was here. Sivash Pandit Prabhu, when Sivash Pandit in Gaur Leela, Panchatattva, and Malini Devi as his parents. Parental love was there. And he was always in intoxication of Gaura Prem, especially Gaura Prem. He sometimes acted as a Gopa boy, cowherd boy, but in his heart, his worshipable deity form is not Krishna, it's Gaura. Je Gaurangel naam loy, tar hoy premoday, tare moi jai boli hari. No, not that one. Gauranga bolite hobe, no, not that one. Anyway, that we sing in our temple that song, right? That Gaya Gora Madhur Share, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare. That's actually Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda's song. That song is actually Lord Nityananda singing. Yeah. Anyway, so Lord Nityananda, you consider or considers Malini Devi and Sivash Pandit as his parents, and he stayed in their house. Sometimes Nandanacharya's house, sometimes Sivash Pandit's house, and he does some mischievous activities. So sometimes he would drink milk from Malini Devi. And Malini Devi is a very old lady, in a parental love. And she doesn't have any kid, young kid. Usually mothers, they have young kid, they will have milk. But whenever she sees Lord Nityananda, she gets enormous milk. And Lord Nityananda has a baby. He has a small baby, even though he is like adult person. He will drink milk. And she'll call, Mother, I am very hungry. Please feed me something, like a boy, a small boy. And Malini Devi would enjoy these pastimes like anything. But Lord Chaitanya, he warned her that, don't reveal these ecstatic behavior of Lord Nityananda. People will also only understand him. If you tell people that, okay, a big person like him is drinking milk from an elderly lady, then they will misunderstand only. But Malini Devi, she was enjoying so much. So one day what happened, there was a crow and he took away a brass metal pot which was used as a paraphernalia, ghee, reserving paraphernalia for worship. Sivash Pandit used to use that pot on a daily basis. And Malini Devi was very morose. She was very disappointed. She was asking and, supplicating to that crow that please return that pot. But that crow, it disappeared. And when it returned without that pot. And she started crying. She said like, oh, now Sivash Pandit will be very pissed off with me if she doesn't find that the paraphernalia is missing. She would be very angry. So she was crying. And then Nityananda asked, like, hey, Mother, why you are crying? What is happening? Then she said that, this has happened. I said, okay, don't worry. I'll take care of it. And then he started calling that crow, hey, crow, what are you doing? My mother, she uses that for paraphernalia as Krishna. Please bring it back. And as the super soul, he can direct any living entity and he would exactly follow what he was instructing. The crow immediately went away and brought back the pot. And Malini Devi was startled. Even though she knew the glories of Lord Nityananda, but this is like first-hand experience of his ecstatic, potency. So she started glorifying Lord Nityananda. It is not a big thing for me. Relived or brought back life of your Guru Maharaja's son. You could do that kind of features. In Lord Rama's pastimes as Lakshmana, you killed so many soldiers, so many armies of Ravana. You actually devastated them completely. As Ananta says, you hold so many universes on your hood, even as Master sees, and you don't feel it. She started like glorifying the opulences of Lord. And Nityananda was just smiling. And then Nityananda told, Mother, can you please give me some food? I'm hungry. Just like a small baby. So Nityananda after some time, Nityananda went to Lord Nityananda's place. And Lord Chaitanya started saying, hey, Nityananda, why you act like a madman? Always you are like, madman like behavior. Nityananda saying that. No? What? How do you say that? That I act like a madman? I'm always okay. You are a mad. You are making other people also mad. You are a mad person. I am not a mad person. Then Nityananda, after some time, he took away all his clothes and he started, doing some mischievous boy activities. Then Lord Chaitanya started laughing and saying, you see, now you prove that you are a mad person. At your age, somebody can be like, dressed like that in a loin cloth. So these kind of activities. And one time, and that's very interesting pastimes. So these are like his Abhudita pastimes. So that's why people misunderstand him. And that's why not many people speak these pastimes in a class. But I think this is an assembly where many senior Vaishnavas there. We can understand the sweetness of Lord Nityananda. These are like sweetness. Like, Lord Krishna stealing butter. It's not like he's stealing like a normal stealing. Mothers, they are looking when Krishna will come. I will make the best butter and when Krishna will steal from me. It's sweet pastime. So that's the speciality. So one day, Lord Chaitanya was having some time with Vishnupriya Devi on the yard of the house. And Sachi Devi was very happy because Sachi Devi would think whenever Lord Chaitanya is, Lord Nimai Pandit in this case, Nimai Pandit would be very close to Vishnupriya Devi. She would think, okay, Nimai would want to leave home. Okay, he is attached to his wife. And Lord Chaitanya was chewing betel nut. That time Nityananda was appeared there, without any cloth. And he was roaming around and Sachi Mata started laughing. And Lord Chaitanya started chastising, hey, how can you do that? I'm a household person. You cannot appear here in this kind of dress. And he forced him to wear cloth. And then there is a beautiful conversation. And you should actually listen that how mad he is between Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Actually, I think I bookmarked it. So let me find it out. Okay. Sorry, I have to find it. Okay. Oh, yes. Nityananda Charitro Dekhiya Ai Hashe Vishwarupa Putro Heno Mone Mone Bashe. So, by seeing the characteristics of Lord Nityananda, I mean Sachi Devi, she laughs. And she thinks about Vishwarupa, her elder son. And she's very fond of Lord Nityananda, this kind of activities. Shei moto bachano shunoye shabo mukhe majhe majhe shei roop ai matro dekhe. And she feels that he speaks exactly like Vishwarup. Actually, Vishwarup merged into Lord Nityananda when he left his body as Shankararanya in Pandharpur. And Lord Nityananda was visiting there and he met Madhavendra Puri there. So it is said that when he left his body, he actually merged into Lord Nityananda. So Sachi Devi feels like, oh, Nityananda speaks just like my son, Vishwarupa. And also I feel like his face and his resemblance are very close to Vishwarupa. Kahare na kohe ai putro sneho kore, shamo sneho kore Nityananda Vishwambhare. She doesn't tell anyone that what her heart is feeling about Lord Nityananda. And she gives similar affection to Lord Nityananda and Lord Gauranga. Bajjopai Nityananda Porila Bashon, Sandesh Dilen Ai Korite Bhajan. Then, after Lord Nityananda came into consciousness, we know that naked pastimes Leela, he wore his garments properly and he went to the place of Lord Shachimata to honor Mahaprasad or honor Bhojan. আই স্থানে পঞ্চক্ষীর সন্দেশ পাইয়া এক খায় তার আর চারি ফেলে ছড়াইয়া. Okay, this is a different pastimes. I think it is, I wanted to say something different. Okay, this is pastimes here. What he does, he takes, Sachimata gave 5 sandesh to Lord Nityananda. He ate 1 only and 4 he threw away. And Sachimata was very disappointed. Why you are throwing 4 sandesh? I don't have any other food. You go inside home, Nityananda is telling, you will find some food. And she went inside home and she found the same 4 sandesh is present in a plate. So exactly in the same way. So it's a mystic lila of Lord Nityananda, showing some mysticism. Now one day, apone boshiya Mahaprabhu Gaururai, I don't see that thing. Oh yes. Prabhu bole, Nityananda kene digambor? Mahaprabhu is asking, oh, why you are naked, Nityananda? Nityananda, hi kare uttar. Oh, yes. It's like if somebody is asking you a question and you answer yes, especially what, which, how, why. It's not a proper answer. It's a madman's answer, right? So he's saying, hi, yes. Prabhu bole, Nityananda parahavasan. You wear the garment. Lord Chaitanya is saying to Nityananda. Nityananda bole, ami amar gamon. I go wherever I like. He is telling something and he is answering completely different thing, like a mad person. Prabhu bole, Nityananda, eha keno kori? Hey Nityananda, why you are doing like this? Nitai bole, ar khaite na pari. I cannot eat anymore. Prabhu bole, eko kohi, kaho kene yaar? Hey Nityananda, I am saying something, why you say something else? Nitai bole, ami genu 10 bar. I went there 10 times. Kruddo hoya bale Prabhu, more dosh nai. Lord Chaitanya is saying angrily that it's not my fault. Nityananda bole, Prabhu, eta nahi ai. Nityananda is telling, Lord, don't come here, please. It's like complete different, reciprocation. Prabhu kahe kripa kori paraho vasan. Nityananda bole, ami koribo bhojan. Lord Chaitanya is telling, like, okay, please wear your garments now. Nityananda is telling, oh, I will eat now. Chaitanya aveshe matto Nityananda rai. এক শুনে আর বলে হাসিয়া বেড়ায়. So this is the reason. So he is intoxicated in love of Sri Chaitanya. So he hears something, but his mind in intoxication is reciprocating or replying something, and he's always laughing in ecstasy. Like sometimes you also see someone intoxicated materially can cry also, and devotees also can cry, but they will always show extreme emotion. Crying, laughing, like that. Extreme emotion, not like normal, like sober. Sober means like, oh, somebody is sober. But intoxicated means somebody is in extreme domain. So Lord Nityananda says extreme domain, common extreme domain is laughing. I don't hear any pastimes where he's crying, but he's laughing mostly. Anyway, so this is the character of Lord Nityananda. It's so difficult to understand that when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, one devotee who was Lord Chaitanya's eternal associate, and used to go to school with him. He was a Brahmin also. He went to see Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Nityananda was given the duty to preach in Bengal. And he was preaching in Navadvip and all parts of Bengal, in Rad and different places. This devotee, he came in touch with Nityananda and he felt that Nityananda's behavior is not proper. So when he was visiting Lord Chaitanya, in one, fortune moment, he felt like, okay, should I ask? I know that Lord Nityananda is so dear to him, but should I ask this uncomforting question? Sometimes you feel like that, right? Should I ask that question to him? Like if you have any confusion about an acharya, you don't feel to ask about him to another acharya, because they will like, he has an envious mentality. So he was not confident initially, but then after some time, he felt like, I should ask questions so that my doubt gets cleared. So he asked that question. Then I see Lord Nityananda's behavior is not proper. He is Nityananda Sarup. His name is actually a brahmachari name. It's Sarup. Nityananda Sarup is a brahmachari name. And some people used to consider him as sannyasi, but our Gaudiya Acharyas, Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he said no, he was not, never a sannyasi. He never took sannyas. But he was a brahmachari under a sannyasi. So he should supposed to wear kasha vastra, means like saffron cloth. He should hold a danda, and he should hold a kamandula, and he should maintain certain etiquette. But what he does, he is always intoxicated with Krishna Prem. He chews betel nut, and his lips become very reddish, and he wears silken cloth, different ornaments. Even the brahmachari sannyasis, they should not wear any ornaments, especially gold, because there is a inclination of rajagun there. And also the jewels, different jewels we have. But he wears everything. Actually, Lord Nityananda's Mahaprasadi Navagraha jewel is still there, I think in some place in Ekachakra. It's a beautiful jewel, armlet. All the big, jewels are there. Maybe it may worth like millions of dollars. Spiritual value is unlimited, but material value is also $1 million. Anyways, so they have, he used to wear that, and always with mala, chandan, a special perfumed oil, he used to wear that, and surrounded by his servants all the time. You think, what kind of behavior is that? Then Mahaprabhu actually, he was not angry. He was clearing the doubt of that Brahmana. He said, no, you don't understand Nityananda. And there was the pastimes previously also where Mahaprabhu actually took Nityananda's copin because people started misunderstanding him. So he took his copin, and since he said, like, whoever wear the copin basra on their head, they will be devoid of complete sense enjoyment. And whoever wear Lord Nityananda's copin. So anyways, so that pastime is there, and then he did Vyasa Puja. So Lord Chaitanya established already officially, but people, we have a doubt, and our sanskar is so powerful that we cannot go beyond it. We want to judge people based on our social etiquette, whatever is we feel appropriate in society. So when Lord Nityananda behavior was questioned, Mahaprabhu said, no. Don't question his behavior. He is not in this ordinary world. He is not subjected to the rules and regulations of this world. His behavior we cannot interpret because it's in a topmost transcendental realm. And then he gave an excellent example. The example from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Lord Krishna, he brought back the lives of, he warned him that actually you should never be dishonoring or saying anything ill about such kind of personality. And he gave an example from Srimad Bhagavatam where, Krishna brought back to the lives of the 6 sons of Devaki, the previous 6 sons. And Devaki told, oh, you brought back life of your Guru Maharaj, Sandipani Muni, so please bring back my sons. And then went to Sutala Loka, Krishna and Balaram, and brought back all the sons of Devaki. So in short, Lord Chaitanya is telling the background of that story, that who is getting birth from Devaki Devi, how can actually they get killed, and they had to gone through this kind of life. Then he narrated that these sons were sons of Marichi, who was Manashaputra of Lord Brahma, one of the Prajavatis. And when during the creation phase, when Bhag Devi appeared in the material Bhag Devi, Saraswati, then though she was his daughter, but Lord Brahma felt some attraction towards her. And these 6 sons, they laughed at him. Just laughed, did not say anything. But they said, this person such exalted, topmost living entity, he is having that kind of sensual attraction. Just because of laughing, they fell down from their position immediately. And they took birth as the sons of Kalnimi. Some people say Hiranyakashipu also. Kalnimi's sons, 6 sons. And the next birth, because they already suffered enough, they took birth from Devaki. And then after they were brought back as child, and then they took milk from Devaki Devi, they got rid of their curse. And they become, they went to the spiritual world, these 6 sons. So now the question, Mahaprabhu, after narrating these pastimes, he is telling, the person like Lord Nityananda, their character should never be questioned. So many times you see the Paramahansa Vaishnavas, they may do something apparently wrong, And that is a connection of that verse also, that api chet sudurachara bhajate mam ananya bhak sadhu reva samantabhya samyak vyavasiti saha. So in that verse also, this is also connected to that verse. Sometimes api says chet sudurachara. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains it so nicely. He says, apparently we see that, oh, Parasar Muni, she is having an affair with, or union with Satyavati. It's not proper. Right? We say that, right? Even South India Mahabharata, they will say that our Radhika Raman Prabhu was telling that they got married in an island to justify their behavior. Anyways, but you should judge them by the outcome of it, not by the action itself. Not by the action itself. What is the outcome? Vyasadeva, the Lord's empowered incarnation. Action may be apparently, like if we do that, it will be always abominable. But their action is not. So that's why it's very dangerous. And then Mahaprabhu quotes two very, very powerful verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. And these verses are in reply to Parikshit Maharaja's question, when after hearing the whole Rasa Panchaka, he asks that why Lord Krishna, as an ideal personality, the Lord of the universe, the Guru of the universe, he danced with the gopis at night, who are also married, chaste girls. What kind of example is that? And then he quotes those verses, Shukadev Goswami is saying that, can anybody recall the verses? Dharma Vyatikrama Drishto Ishwaranam cha sahasam tejiyasam na doshaye vanne sarvabhujo yatha. When fire devours anything, can it contaminate fire? If fire actually devours something very dirty, can fire be contaminated? No, it can never be contaminated. Vanne sarvabhujo yatha, like fire can contaminate anything. Similarly, dharma vyatikrama drishti ishwaranam cha sahasa, the people who are in the stature of the Lord, that's why sometimes the great personalities are addressed as Bhagavan. In Srimad Bhagavatam, you see Vyasadeva is addressed as Bhagavan, Naradji is addressed as Bhagavan, Brahma is addressed as Bhagavan, Lord Shiva is addressed as Bhagavan, not Indra. Not Indra, don't get wrong. So, they are in such a position, like if somebody is like 10 billion or 15 billion, for you, same stature. Does it matter? Even 100 billion, like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, they are all in the same level for you. Because you may have 10 million or 5 billion or no million. But they are like billions. So similarly, these personalities are so powerful, they have the potency of almost like the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if they do some anomaly, apparently, it does nothing to them. They don't get contaminated. Just like fire doesn't get contaminated by devouring something inauspicious. And then he said, Noitat achoret samajatung. What is that verse, Prabhu? Can you please help? Yeah, 33. Yeah. Okay, I have this verse actually. Noitat samacharet jatu manasapihi anishwara vinashwati acharan mohdhyat yatha rudra abdhi ajam vishan. So it says, no etat samacharat jatu, but you should not do it. Even manashopi ishwaram, even in mind, even if in mind you don't think like, oh, Krishna is doing rasa dance, what can I do? In mind, because practically you cannot do it. Krishna can expand 15 times. Even if you do it with two women, both will actually dissatisfied. But in mind you can think, oh, what a beautiful thing. And he's saying, Manasapi Anishwara, like even if you think about that Manashwara, Binashwati, then this Binashwati Acharan Maurya, like a stupid person, you will perish. Just like a stupid person, if you drink poison, like, imitating Rudra. Oh, Lord Rudra actually drank poison from the Yatha, Arudra, Abdhi, Avajam, Vishan. Like, Abdhi means like from the ocean, the poison came and Rudra drank it. Did it do anything wrong to him? Or you just go and drink a small In the while he was drinking, some part fell off here and there. The scorpions, the snakes, they drank it and they become very poisonous. Just think about the, the power of that poison. Even he did not digest it. He did not digest it, because it digests, it comes down, it will burn the whole universe. So powerful, Kalakuta, Halahalvish, poison. So he's saying, if you want to imitate Lord Shiva, you will only perish. So don't even do in the mind. And that's Lord Chaitanya's teachings about Lord Nityananda. That yes, Nitai can do anything and everything. He is Ishwar. He is the Supreme Person. He is beyond the control of this material nature. And you should understand it. If you analyze the characteristics of Advaita Acharya and Lord Nityananda, both are Acharya. Both are in the same platform. They are Vishnu Tattvas. But Lord Nityananda actually goes beyond the rules and regulations of the universe. But Advaita Acharya is the perfect Acharya. He is speaking exactly and he is behaving exactly what Shastra is telling. That's why people always misunderstand Lord Nityananda. If you go deep, you will see his mood is. That's why in a conditioned state, nobody should associate with a Paramahansa. And I will end with an example from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's pastimes. Actually not that. This is my second last point. The last point will be, of course, Srila Prabhupada. So here, in his time, there was a Siddha, Bamsidas Babaji Maharaj, Paramahansa. And he was completely mad, wearing a loincloth all the time, like bare body, not eating. Maybe one time he is eating. Whole day, he would just, make preparation of his Gaur, Nitai and Gadadhar. And will talk with them day and night and chastise them. Most of the times, like he is talking in his, dialect, Bengali dialect, and he would chastise them full time. Playing all the time outside. Don't eat prasadam properly. Hey, you are asking something very opulent. I am a beggar. Whatever people give, I only cook them. Whole day he is actually doing that. Sometimes he would actually put them in Ganges, just so that they can do water activities. They wanted to do. Somebody stole ornaments. He would not look for that person. He would be just like this. Like, oh, I don't care. If Gaunita Gatadhar want them back, they will actually get them back. So that was his mood. Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, don't ever go close to Baba. I would provide his grocery from the temple. Just put it and come back. Don't even listen to him also. Don't. Because he won't do that. You won't understand what he is doing. And you will commit such a grave offense that you will fall down from your position for sure. So this is a Chetavani, warning for us that we should be very careful. That's why the Paramahansas, they come down one level down. Even they are in the ecstatic symptoms, they don't want to show that. They come one level down so that you give them the respect, due respect, and you go upward. So this is the pastime. And then Srila Prabhupada, in Gauriya Vaishnava, in his Gurudev and the previous Acharyas, they were mostly worshipper of Radha and Krishna. Gaur with Radha Krishna, because that's the highest tattva. Or Gaur Gadadhar, that's also equivalent to Radha Krishna tattva. Many Acharyas, his Guru Maharaj established everywhere. Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he established Gaur Gadadhar worship. But what Srila Prabhupada did? Gaunitai. Even though in our temple we have the highest tattva, Guru Gauranga, Radha Madan Mohan, Mahaprabhu. But that is ISKCON's norm, because he knew that everywhere there is Jagai Madhai. So without Lord Nityananda's mercy, who will deliver this Jagai Madhai? Who are like sinful. I'm not saying offensive, sinful. If you are not getting rid of sins, because sins means it will make you go down. You cannot go up. But for a spiritual life, you have to go up. So where that empowerment will come? It only comes from Lord Nityananda. And that's why Lord Chaitanya speaks these words. Actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote it, but it is in the speech of Lord Chaitanya, which I recited in Mangalacharan, where he says, Nityananda padadandam yeshamrit karnikalaye tesham dasha dashasmi sajaiva prasidatihi. He is telling the person who is worshipping Lord Nityananda's lotus feet in his heart all the time, I become his servant with a graceful manner, with a happy mind. I always serve him, that person. So, the connection is like, Vaishnav, Guru, Lord Nityananda. But Lord Nityananda should be our center of worship, because we have to get rid of this Jagai Madhai consciousness, the consciousness of I, me and mine, and the consciousness of enjoying this material world. Without His mercy, that enjoyment propensity will never go away from my heart, our hearts. So thank you, everyone. I don't know if we don't have time for comment or question, maybe one or two questions or comment. I mean, questions, answer will be given by Shamruva Prabhu, but comments we can actually hear. Hare Krishna. If we have, because that's Srila Prabhupada's norm. And in fact, our Guru Maharaj also follows like at least one or two questions should come from the audiences. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Venugata Mataji, Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam. I hope Mataji reached safely to India. Yes, thank you for your presence.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful class. And I had the same questions about Lord Nityananda's behavior. So thank you for explaining it with the reference from Lord Chaitanya, how he explained it. I have one question, Prabhu, is so when we follow Lord, our Guru Parampara, we are following Lord Nityananda, and you said our Guru Maharaj gives us the knowledge of Krishna and his energies and their relationship, and then he transfers us to Lord Nityananda, who connects us to Lord Chaitanya. So how does Gadadhar Pandit and Radharani, so when we are celebrating Radharani's Gadadhar Pandit, then we say, okay, Gadadhar is the way to Lord Chaitanya. So, and in our Tulsi Puja, we request to become followers of the maid servants of Krishna. So what is our parampara, Prabhu? Are we following Lord Nityananda? Are we following Radharani? I don't understand. It's very confusing for me.
Yeah. So thank you for that question. That's a very pertinent question. Actually, Lord Nityananda, as Guru, he served Krishna in all different rasa. Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. Shantaras, he becomes the paraphernalia of the Lord. This whole temple is an embodiment of Sandhini Sakti. Without Sandhini Sakti, nobody can actually serve the Lord. Sandhini Sakti is a spiritual energy. There are three predominant spiritual energies: Sandhini, Sambit and Ladini. So Sandhini Sakti, the predominant Lord is Balaram or Lord Nityananda. Sambit is predominant is Lord Krishna himself. That's why sometimes Balaram gets bewildered. He may not understand why Krishna is doing something. Right? And Aladini, the bliss potency, is coming from Radharani. And that's why Krishna gets bewildered. How much bliss she is getting? I'm not getting that much. So, these three personalities, they are essential for any pastimes. Okay. That's why Balaram, the Ram means actually Ramate, means like who gives enjoyment. It's not like he's not giving enjoyment. So Lord Nityananda expands as his paraphernalias, as Das, he serves Krishna also in different leelas also, Lord Lakshman, Balaram, Nityananda. And then he becomes his friend. He plays with him. And Vatsalya Ras, because he considers himself elderly, he protects Gauranga, Krishna. In Lakshman maybe not, but in Gaur Lila and Krishna Lila. And he has also Madhurya Ras, especially in Krishna Lila, as Ananga Manjari, Radharani's younger sister, Manjari. As you mentioned here, Manjari Seva. So he can bestow it. In fact, Jannava, she is the Shakti of Lord Nityananda. She is also initiating everyone in the Manjari mode, Bhava. So it's not different. If you take shelter of Lord Nityananda, you can also enter into that pastimes. However, the next level, sometimes it is said that, okay, some people may be more attached to Radharani, and they can actually worship Gadadhar Pandit. Yeah, that is, I think one of the appearance day of, in one of the appearance days of Gadadhar Pandit, we spoke about this point, that what is the position of Gadadhar Pandit. He's such a glamourless character in Chaitanya Lila. He's the most glamourless character in Chaitanya Lila, right? And he's the most glamourful character in Krishna Lila. If you know Radharani, you know everything in Krishna Lila. Most of the people don't understand that. Yeah. Anyway, so the point is, it's complete. Even if you do, and in fact, our Bhagavad Parampara and Diksha Parampara, both are coming from Lord Nityananda's line. Both. There's Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhagavan Das Babaji Maharaj, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. They are all in the line of Lord Nityananda. Jannava Mata, Lord Nityananda's line. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yes, Achita Chaitanya Prabhu. Achita Kumar Prabhu. Sorry, Shamru Babu, we wanted to add something on that part? Okay. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. That was an amazing, amazing class. I'm feeling as though, you're sitting like effulgent Sutta Goswami and, giving such a nice class, and we could feel the bhav from you as well. So I heard that Nityananda Prabhu, wherever he puts his glance, the people will be like a hurricane. When hurricane hits, right, it feels like that, and they'll be inundated with Krishna prema. My question is how to receive that glance. What we should do in order that Nityananda Prabhu glances at us.
Yes, you worship his worshipable deity, Lord Gauranga. That is the way to get his special attention. একবার দেখলে চোখে জল আমার গৌর বলে নিতাই দেন সকলে সম্বল দেন শুদ্ধ কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা জাতি ধর্ম বিদ্যা কুল না করে অপেক্ষা. This is like বড় সুখের খবর গায় বড় মজার কথা তাই. So when he sees that ecstatic symptoms in your eyes, he said like, oh, you are chanting the name of Gaur, I will give everything of me to you. And he gives the pure knowledge of Krishna. And then he doesn't consider, oh, what, you are a Brahman, you are Kshatriya, you are Indian, you are American. No, he doesn't consider it. He just want to hear the name of Gaur Chandra. And then he'll give everything. Okay. Anything else? Okay, I think we are good. So thank you everyone who inspired us to speak something about Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda is infinite, and his glories are also infinite, and we even cannot touch a particle of that ocean of glories, which are coming like waves and waves and waves. But still, by chanting the name of Lord Nityananda, we can purify ourselves. Yes, Babuji? Absolutely. All the Vishnu Tattvas we can. Yes. Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, all of them are Vishnu Tattvas, so we can offer Tulsi to them. That's why anyone who is on the right side of the Lord, they are Vishnu Tattvas. Anyone who is on the left side of the Lord, they are Shakti Tattvas. Radharani, left or right? Mahaprabhu is right or left? To Krishna actually, yeah. And Lord Nityananda is also right of Lord Chaitanya. Advaita Acharya is right of Lord Chaitanya. So all Vishnu Tattva you can offer. All, yeah, they are in the absolute platform. They are same. Of course, the rasa is different. Of course, their rasa is different. But yeah, okay. No, yeah, that is a controversial subject matter. I don't want to speak about that because different acharyas give different. Like His Holiness Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj said something, Srila Prabhupada said something else, and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said something else. So I don't want to go into that conversation. But we should follow Srila Prabhupada as his servant. So yeah, so it's not like a clear-cut idea that what we should do. Because it said like, people is only ornated in Krishna's. In fact, the beauty which you see in the description of the Lords, like Lord Nityananda, Advaita Acharya or Krishna, Gauranga or Krishna, you will see they are distinct. They have different, like very minute details. And nowhere in Lord Chaitanya's beauty's description you will see there is a description of a peak of feather, Badhapidam. So, but again, Prabhupada wanted to establish that Lord Chaitanya is Krishna. People should not misunderstand, like somebody came to our temple, like he's a Punjabi personality. Who is that lady beside Krishna? Then I said, like, it's Mahaprabhu, he's same as Krishna. So it was difficult for him to digest that somebody is same as Krishna. So that conception. Anyway, so yeah, so we are already over time, so I will conclude here so that you can go and refresh yourself and come back in the evening for another dose of Nityananda Leela, Nityananda festival. It's the beginning of our festival season. So we hope to continue in 2025. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kipasindubheva cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo. Yeah. I beg forgiveness if I have spoken something which is not in the line of teachings of Srila Prabhupada or previous acharyas or our Guru Brindas, so please forgive me. Hare Krishna.